What's up and welcome to Banshee Boat. If you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe, turn your notifications on if you want a piece of that non-stop boat in action. Today's topic is two-stroke versus four-stroke outboards. Stay tuned. Woo!
Banshee boating, baby!
Good. Close. Banshee Boat for everything boating. These maneuvers could be dangerous if not operating the boat properly. Do so at your own risk. Make sure to always have boating safety equipment, pleasure craft license on board, and always wear your PFD. Be conscious of those around you. Respect the shared waterway. Remember, never drink alcohol on boat. Always play safe on the water.
Which is better, two-stroke or four-stroke? Or do we really even have to choose? Some people have die-hard opinions on this. Either way, let me know in the comments what you got, two-stroke or a four-stroke. Are you a two-stroke guy or are you a four-stroke guy? Two-stroke are hands down less maintenance and less money. Two-stroke can often accelerate faster than four-stroke because it has a two-cycle engine opposed to a four-cycle engine. That simple. Fewer cycles, faster off the starting line. Lastly, there's just something special about the smell of two-stroke. There ain't nothing like it. Now, let's talk about the cons of two-stroke. Two-stroke can be noisy if they're the older carbureted ones.
Whatever happens, happens.
So if you're trying to sneak out of your secret fishing spot, this motor might give away your location. These engines lag when it comes to fuel economy and emission standards. The later models of two-strokes, such as the VRO from Evinrude, had something called direct oil injection, which allowed you the pleasure of not mixing oil and gas. This system had an oil reservoir and a pump that would literally mix the oil for you. But we all know these suck and work best when they're deleted. Personally, I would much rather mix 50-to-1 directly into tank so that when I'm hitting red line at 53 miles per hour, there's not a question in my mind that every drop of oil has been properly mixed. Now, let's look at four-stroke engines. Four-stroke or four-cycle engines are much quieter than two-stroke, and newer models are definitely more fuel efficient with their fuel injection and fancy synthetic oils and computer systems. Another thing, there's no mixing of oil into fuel. There's a separate compartment in the crankcase, and you only have to check the level or change the oil at manufacturer specified intervals. The oil doesn't actually burn. Well, it's not supposed to. The oil just lubricates moving parts within the engine. The cons of four-stroke. Four-stroke are way more costly. On top of upfront costs, there's also maintenance expenses. Oil and filter changes are not cheap, and you'll probably require professional help at the marina. On smaller boats, four-stroke could even get flooded if they're tilted up on the back of the boat during transport due to the angle of the engine, carb, or floats. This is not ideal and makes two-stroke perfect for smaller boats. With four-stroke, this motor requires you to take the boat up and out of the water and into a garage or a certified marine mechanic because it's just not nice having to dispose of a ton of oil after an oil change. However, the unburnt oil that somehow escapes from the two-stroke into the lake is not nice either. Is anybody else still bitter about Evinrude calling it quits? Damn, that's a household name with a lot of memories attached to it. Thankfully, I think a large community of boaters will be rebuilding these engines for decades to come. With these engines, you're going to be heavily reliant on aftermarket parts and help from the mechanically inclined boating community. I love these Facebook groups so much because their vast knowledge combined helps to keep these old engines going. If you need help, there's a lot of people willing to diagnose your problem, including us. If only we could work together to solve bigger problems in the world. But that's a separate issue. Now let's reflect on when Evinrude tried to salvage the existence of the two-stroke with their E-Tech G2s. This move did not follow suit with other industry leaders who geared their lines towards producing more 4-stroke models, and it was a total flop. Let's be honest, Effner died when BRP took over. 2-stroke from the 70s, 80s, 90s were iconic. Anything past that? So in conclusion, is the future 4-stroke? 2-strokes are great, but the truth is, they're phasing out because of issues like environmental standards and manufacturers going out of business. At this point, we need to hold on to our 2-strokes with a tighter grip than we ever have before, if we want them to prevail. The truth is, it's really up to personal preference. All boat engines are amazing. Both have their pros and cons. But really, a boat engine is a boat engine. A nice, well-maintained hot engine, how can you not love it? We form opinions based on what motor we have, what motor caused us problems, and what motor lasted the long haul. For me, I've had nothing but quality experiences with my 2-stroke, and at this point, I can't see a reason to switch. What do I recommend? If you're in the market for a new motor, have a mechanic inspect before purchase and do all of your research before purchasing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I know these are some crazy times we're living in, but remember, we're all in this together. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time. This is Banshee Boatin' signing off.
We are only striving to get 4K shots. I'm gonna try and get the best sound and the best video in every single video to come, and make it better and better every single video that I make. So hopefully you subscribe right down there, because every video that comes out, you are gonna be happy with.
Woo! Banshee boating, baby!
Check out one of these other fantastic videos. You won't be disappointed.